Please don't flip. Okay. Got Zach here spreading out the pile of dirt. He's the guy that actually got this building built for me. So he's just doing some bobcat work, and I'm gonna put a rainwater tank over here. So he's just getting all of that ready. All right, y'all, so I'm so bad about filming things from the beginning and like showing what I'm doing to start out. But anyway, this is the project I'm working on right now, which I did show. I got the bobcat work done in order to put a rainwater tank. Well, this morning I came out here, and it's kind of a drizzly day anyway. Came out here removing the downspout on both sides over here. Took everything down that the gutter installer put on, right? So, and now what I've done is I've started the install to be able to take that water. Basically, both of these are gonna come this direction and meet in the middle and go underground and then come over here to this rainwater tank. So that's what I'm working on. I've already spent like an hour just doing what I've done right there, just trying to figure out the angle, how I want it to go and everything. And that's just like a kind of an example piece, so I can, you know, have an easier time lifting it and not have to lift a whole entire 10-foot long piece. So anyway, that piece will be replaced with a longer one, of course, and then it'll connect to a T. So that is what I'm working on. I'll kind of film the progress of it. I've never done an underground, I guess inlet is what you'd call it, going to a water tank. So that'll be interesting, as opposed to like going over the top and letting it just gravity feed into the top of the tank. So yeah, that's what's going on this morning. I actually kind of need it to start raining again because I need this to sort of flow a little bit. That way I kind of generally know the angle and how little of an angle I can get away with. All right, so now I'm to this point. I've removed the downspout on this side. I have the hanger is in place. This is basically where the water's gonna come down, which means that side's gonna have to be a longer piece. So I'm gonna have to do a 10-foot piece and then a coupling and then a smaller piece there. So I'm gonna have to measure for that here in a little bit. I think I have the angle is steep enough for water to flow. And the next step will be run the down pipe, dig through the ground, dig over here, and then I gotta wait till I get my tank, which is tomorrow. Okay, so I'm changing it up a little bit. My first flush tubes came in the mail. It's essentially a tube that's here on the end. I'll go over it a little bit more here in a minute, but got these parts here. I just need to put this piece on here. I gotta add a few, there's some stuff that I gotta do now that's a little bit different. So let me get it put together and I'll show what I'm talking about. All right, so I am on my way to go get the water tank right now. I borrowed my father-in-law's truck because he has a super nice Ram. It's the only V8 truck in our family. And so I've got the trailer and I'm gonna go pick up this 3,000 gallon rainwater tank. Okay, so I'm at the tank place. I got her loaded up. Just finishing strapping it right now. Plenty of tanks to choose from. This is the one I could afford. So now, just have my long journey home. And it's like an hour, it's not too long. I think I'm gonna throw one more strap just to be safe, and then I'm gonna hit the road. All right, truck is loaded up. Tank is nice and solid. Time to hit the road. I gotta head south towards those storms, whereas when you look more north, it's a little more clear. So hopefully I make it home before it starts raining. All right, well, I made it here. It was a real task trying to back this thing up my driveway. My driveway is a little overgrown, but we made it. I just kind of put it right here because I'm gonna try to roll it off the trailer and roll it through this opening, and I hopefully like be able to flip it up. I don't know how I'm gonna flip it up right. Maybe use the Jeep or something, but it's here. That's the main thing, is it's here now. Just gotta figure out how to get it off this trailer without, like, you know, running myself over with it. Watching your side. rotate it kind of like 180 degrees. Okay, let's roll it a bit. I don't know how this is gonna work. Because I don't have any options to flip it that way. I have options to flip it this way. So let's go another 45. It kind of needs to roll again in order for me to grab this thing. Let me get it to about right here. Okay, let's rotate. Ready? Counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is pretty good because now I can hook to the top and I can do whatever I need to. I might even set the winch up like keep up with 0 before we go this way and come back. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. Yeah. Good to meet you. Thank you. Coming at you from inside the tank. I had to get in to pop out a dent. So I'm about to come back out now. Okay, so I'm up on the ladder right now, up next to the opening of this tank, even though it's on its side right now. So I have this rope tied around with a bowline and then in the rope there. So it tightens, it's wrapped around this kind of bigger collar here of this tank. And so I am going to pull it that direction. I need to use my winch and my pulley, put the pulley in a tree, I think is what I'll probably do. We'll kind of see how what ends up happening with that. I may or may not do that. But essentially just pull it that way. Now on the other side of this tank, let me go down. I have a big rock. It's a pretty big rock in place in the way of the tank. That way it kind of stops it from moving. And I'm just gonna go real slow. It looks so small on camera. I'm just gonna go real slow and just hopefully it doesn't roll like this way. I'm just gonna pull it over. Sorry, my camera lens is so dirty. I'm muddy. I'm rained on and my hands are super dirty because of the weather, as you can tell from the tank. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this figured out literally all by myself. So. All right, so I think I have it ready. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up and see what it looks like. Zoom out a little bit. All right, let's tighten her up. I have my Jeep intentionally right here because if it rolls, it'll hit my tire. You know what? I'm gonna go put in my mirror. I think it could hit the side of it, so hang on just a second. All right. Should hit my running board and then my tire if it does start coming this way, which it's probably going to. Yep, it just bumped into the Jeep. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That is looking good. So I think I'm gonna be in the clear. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just ease on it. Oh, just gonna be weird once it lands on that rock. I put a bunch of towels on it to pad it. It's starting to kind of bend in the bottom a little bit. I'm basically at this point, it's not gonna, damn, if it does fall at this point, it's gonna crush my hood and I need to pull my Jeep forward. I'm gonna let it down. I'm gonna pull my Jeep forward because yeah, if it stands up and starts to come this way, it's literally landing on my specialty AEV hood that no one can get. So I'm gonna stop for a second, lower this sucker, and pull my Jeep like 5 feet up. go again. I'm a few feet forward now. Wow, this is scary. God, I still feel like if I don't hurry up and get it flipped up, it could just come toward me and land right on my Jeep. That's just how I feel right now. And it's gonna really suck if I get that on video, because I ain't gonna be the one laughing. Just gonna go for it. Please don't flip, okay. Okay, now I just gotta slide it off of that rock and we are in business. Okay, so now that the tank is upright, I have it set up around the bottom to where I can pull it that direction. I'm doing so with my snatch block and my Jeep winch, like always. So let's go ahead and engage the winch, see what happens. Oh, I'm an idiot and I didn't tie a knot well enough. All right, take two. Try again. Everybody's probably thinking I'm crazy right now standing in between all of this. This is just a synthetic line. This thing only weighs like 400 pounds. I'm just using it to move things. It's working pretty damn good. I'm gonna stop there, that way I can try to rotate this thing into place myself. But that actually worked pretty well. Good morning, everyone. Today is the day I'm gonna pull this tank into place. I got the little area smoothed out, dug down just a little bit for the tank. I have my winch line set up on a snatch block, and so I'm gonna go ahead and pull tension, get this thing moved. Out. All right, now it's tight enough to be hanging, so what I need to do is just try to scoot this down just a little bit. Well, that was too much, it just fell. Let's see if I can get it back up. All right, so hold tension again, go ahead and start scooting this thing into place. Essentially, I need to stop. I see what's happening. The angle of the tree I'm at, it's starting to kind of go that way. It shouldn't be a big deal, but I think I'm just going to relocate the pulley, kind of shift it over. That way we start going that way instead of so much this way. Let me push on it and see what happens. Oh yeah, it's not moving. Okay, I have relocated the pulley further over. I'm going to go ahead and do this last little leg right now. Go ahead and cut that one because I just started yanking up the stump that I had it tied to. I got to move it to a more solid stump. Admittedly, I knew it was a weak one, but I thought it was enough to hold it. Stand by. Okay, like take number 4 or something like that. Okay, so this time I have the winch going up to essentially a pulley and then comes back and wraps around to the valve. That way I can rotate it counterclockwise. You know, physics and stuff. So watch. Stay in school, kids. Even though I was horrible in school, I still learned some shit. Why is it not going? There it is. There. Aha, okay. Alright, now we're where we want to be. I might need to just pull it forward slightly because I probably just yanked it into that dirt hill back there. But now I have the valve facing basically forward where I need it to be. Alright. So, yeah, I probably need to push it forward just a little bit, but we're pretty much done. Like, that was the hard part, was getting it into place. So now I have to readjust everything one more time, pull it forward one more time, and then I think we might be able to start hooking her up. All right, the tank is in place. I'm zoomed out right now. It's actually really big. Here's what it normally looks like. Normal view of standing here. It's a 3,000 gallon water tank. So at this point, once I get it hooked up, this will fill up with rainwater. It will be my excess water that I can pump over to the main house tanks, because I do occasionally have to get water pumped in, and it's expensive. It's over $300 to get 1,600 gallons, which does not last very long. This thing holds 3,000 gallons and would probably get full within about 6 inches of rain based on this roof size. So this is gonna be a real good thing to have moving forward. That way I have almost an unlimited amount of water. All right, so I'm up on the roof of the shop where I'll be collecting the rainwater for that tank. And I found these leaf guards on Amazon. They had fantastic reviews. Check this out. How nice is that? Like, it literally, watch how this installs. There's a little flap that I have to overlap on that side. This side is just straight. I basically just like stick it into the gutter, line it up. Sorry, I am doing this one-handed. But essentially what I'm getting at is you can just pop it into place. Like, you get this one side popped in, and then it just clicks. There's like a final click that it does, and now, like, just like that, with just a few movements, it's locked in place. So I am just going along right now, putting these in. There's a car. All right, so look, you line that up. Hang on. There we go. That's what I was trying to do this whole time. So you have it lined up there to where this backside is up higher, and then look, watch. I'm gonna push with my thumb. Click, click, and now it's locked in place. So I'm gonna put that all the way around because I got all these leaves. And final step, install the first flush tubes, and then we just need some rain. So it's another day working on the tank project. Today, and kind of yesterday too, I've been painting the pipe, basically painting it the same color as the building. I'm swapping out all the J-hooks for ones that are painted. I've swapped these two so they're not so visible like those two over there. So I just need to paint. Actually, I already have two painted. I just need to let them dry, swap them out with these white ones. Honestly, probably, if I don't have paint on those, I'll probably send the white ones back. And yeah, everything is looking good. Everything's level. Have to finish painting some stuff. Wanted to make sure everything is the way I want it before I start painting, like, up into the cracks of all of the fittings. So that will be coming up soon. Right now, I don't have the gutters hooked up technically because I still don't have the first flush tubes. So I'm waiting for those to come. Honestly, that's the biggest delay right now, is the first flush tube. If I could just get those and go ahead and mount them there and there, then this system would be installed, because I have everything hooked up down there and everything's running to the tank. So come on, Amazon, I need my first flush tubes. Okay, take like 32 on the water project. A little bit of a change. The previous videos, you probably remember the T was like right here and was heading this way and then was heading over to the tank. Figured out that was a bad idea. There's kind of a reason that I did it that way. It's like so the angle of the water would come to the center, the angle of this water, sorry, it's blurry, the angle of that water would come to this center, but then I was gonna go down like underground and come up and over. Figured out I can't do it that way, but I went ahead and left the T like right there. So anyway, I figured out that the angles were not right, so I'm having to put the T here now. Sorry for the glare and the dirty phone lens. Put the T there, run it just straight into the pipe. So this has just been a long project, but I'm getting it fixed. All right, we're back another day. Now we're gonna finish the painting on all of the new finalized stuff. The first flush tube, I rotated this pipe backwards so I can paint the back side of it. Wasn't able to do that with that one, so just gonna finish painting and get this thing completely done. All right, so after lots of trial and error, I finally have everything set up. I just need to touch up a few little areas of paint. These are the first flush tubes, so all the dirty water initially will go into this pipe, and it allows you to come out here and open it up to drain the water out that's in this tube. So when it rains, the water will come through the gutter. It's gonna fill this tube up first, and so what happens is it fills up with all the dirtier water from the roof, and then it ends up to where it will go into the water tank at that point. So the water in those pipes is going to be your dirty roof water, and then in theory the water that goes into here is going to be a lot more clean. So all the hard part is done. Now I just got to wait for it to rain, wait for this thing to fill up, and start pumping it over to the house whenever it does get full. Okay, so the day has come where I need to pump this water out for the first time. I'm going to be using my new gas water pump, which I'll show in just a minute. Right now I'm trying to rig up the suction hose, which is the green one. It's basically hooked to here. So what I've got is a piece of PVC that I made on the end of this, and essentially I just have to stick it through and put it in that sleeve. So once I get that connected and tightened, I'll be able to put my gas pump on this end of it for the inlet, put the outlet right here. This is a 100-foot hose. Goes all the way over to the main tanks. So I bought this gas water pump. Gonna be trying it out here in a little bit. So I'm gonna continue getting set up, and then I'll show once I get it going. Well, the new pump works great. This thing is fully tight, filling the tank with water. It's working great. I'm already almost full over here. Good evening. It is, oh, my watch is dead. I don't know what date it is. It's like December 17th or 18th right now. Bodhi's a little bit older than 4 months old at this point. As you can see, I'm really tired looking because she, keeps mommy and daddy up, but it's okay because we love her. And look how cute she is. And she's so big and healthy. She's got a cute little fuzzy head with hair growing finally. Right. Is that you that you're looking at? Oh, yeah. Yes. She likes laughing and looking at herself and looking at other people. Let me put your little head support up. She keeps smacking her head into my chest. But yeah, she's been a lot of fun.